Let's talk about the offense.
Ooh.
Can the Giants wide receivers take over? Can they be dominant against this Commanders defense that, quite frankly, again, looked like poop in the passing game last week, to put it nicely? So we don't get in trouble for cursing. Here's the numbers from the wide receivers, specifically with the Tampa Bay Bucks last week. Chris Godwin, 8 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown. Mike Evans, 5 catches, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen McMillan, 1 catch, 32 yards, which was a TD. By the way, he could have had a second TD. He just had a really bad play in the game. And then Trey Palmer, who's a second-year guy, 1 catch, 19 yards. Guys, that's a 13 yards per reception average. It's not a lot of catches, but that's a ton of production from that volume there. So, nice. As a side note, by the way, the running back Rachaad White, we talked about him not running the ball very well, 6 catches, 75 yards. So the running back was definitely an issue for them as far as trying to stop the passes, which is interesting because White's not really a good pass-catching running back typically. So something to kind of keep an eye to see maybe some Tracy or Singletary get involved with that game.
So Singletary could definitely do that.
Well, he could, but listen, Tyrone Tracy, again, former wide receiver in college. I expect him to do something there. But listen, Washington's corners aren't the best. They're not at all. Like Benjamin St. Juste is their top one. Had a 61.4 PFF grade last week, allowing 6 receptions on 8 targets. And he's an okay corner. I'm not saying he's bad, but he is not a CB1, guys. He's your CB2-3. Like, that's where he should be. That's where he's a legit NFL corner. He is not a CB1, point blank. Nabers should have a really good day against him, assuming somebody else can do their part and get on the ball. Emmanuel Forbes. We talked about him a lot last year when we played the Commanders. Had a really horrible rookie year, guys. Had a horrible rookie year. The guy also weighs 150 pounds soaking wet. I mean, he's like, he makes Jaden Daniels look fat, okay? That's how small he is, guys. I want to say, I don't have this in front of me. I want to say his playing weight was 166. We'll see if I'm right. But he's a really tiny guy. Like, that's the guy that when you have a guy against him that is able to actually, be a little physical, then he's gonna have some issues with him. By the way, he's listed at 180, but if I remember correctly, when he was being drafted, it was under that. So I guess he's put a little bit of weight on.
Yeah, 166.
That's still light. That's still light. Yeah, that's still 20 pounds lighter than a lot of the corners this league, guys. That's still light. And he had a PFF grade, guys, last week, 33.5. Allowed 3 receptions on all 3 targets he had his way. So he's somebody that when he's on the field, Jones needs to target him. Needs to look his way. I can only hope that Nabers gets him sometimes, because Nabers will school him in a heartbeat, dude. They also have rookie Mike Sanderstrom, who was the slot corner out of Michigan that they drafted this year. So he's a guy that the jury's still out. We don't have a lot of tape or a lot of knowledge on him yet, because one game, like I said, we talked about with Jaden Daniels. It's hard to judge a rookie based on one game. I don't want to go that route. So we'll have to see. He was a legit corner for Michigan, though. So, but rookies tend to struggle at that position. And Wan'Dale Robinson, while he's got 2 years in the league now, he's really played 1 year because of all the injuries. He's not overly experienced, but he's got more experience than their corner does. So therefore, he should have the upper hand. And he's a really good route runner.
Yes, I was about to say, he was, even as a freshman, especially against the Lions, he looked really good last year.
Yeah.
Before getting hurt.
Yeah. And I don't expect our receivers to take over the game, though. I really don't. Not unless Jones is benched. And that's just a lack of confidence in Jones, not a lack of confidence in these guys. Just being honest.
You said it, not me.
Huh?
I said you said it, not me.
You're thinking if that means then, so it's okay. But I do expect a better performance than they had last week. Again, because it's who they're facing. It's a really bad secondary. Malik Nabers, keep on last week, had 5 catches, 66 yards. I want to see more plays like he had that one play where he jumped up to get the ball, and Jones happened to have that one play he threw him the ball deep, and that was a decent play. Like that was a chuck it, let him go get it, and he got it.
And double coverage, let's say.
Yeah. I want to see more of that because I really think that's what Nabers is going to be able to do that most receivers can't do in this league. And if you're not going to do that, you're wasting his talents. Point blank, you're wasting his talents.
In my mind, he's buying the wrong jersey with the wrong number on it.
That's you for buying the number 9 before you got the number 1, but it's like we're already wasting the prime of Andrew Thomas, Dexter Lawrence, these guys at this point. I don't want to be wasting more prime another guy there. Like I want to throw him the damn ball. Like Jones has got to get it done. Wan'Dale Robinson last week, 6 catches, 44 yards. I like the volume he got. I just want to see him get hit in stride better so he can get a more yak opportunities there. Darius Slayton had 3 catches for 26 yards, and the rest didn't do much, guys. That was it.
Yeah.
How much is it on them? How much is it on the quarterback? Hyatt had the one drop. I mean, it's probably a combination.
Yeah. Let's just say it depends on the throw. It depends on what's going on. But Hyatt, that was on him. But, let's be real. I think at the end of the game, we had, 7? Or at least minimum of 6 drop catches. I want to say it was 7, possibly 8 drop catches.
It was.
But at the same token, there was probably 7 or 8 catches that were overthrown, underthrown, where there's not.
They went, as I say, they went as drops because of the fact that they got close enough to the receiver to be calling that, but they weren't great passes either. It was a 50-50 blame in a lot of those. Yes, the receiver should have got it because it touched his hands, but at the same point, DJ should have thrown it better. And to that point, you need to throw Wan'Dale Robinson in stride so that way he doesn't end up with 6 catches and only 44 yards.
Yeah. A little bit over the shoulder love.
Yeah. Or just throw it to where he's going to be, not where he is. Because if you make him go back for it, he's going to stop the momentum he had going forward. And that's going to end it right there. So, like I said, hopefully it's a better week for the receivers at that point because we have a lot of talent in that room. I want to see them get a chance to actually use that talent.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.